be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
Pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this. Yeah, I think I can take.
50 Cent has fired back at J Prince after reports surfaced that J Prince tried to push him out of Houston. This time, 50 isn't holding back. He's openly calling him out and hinting at shady behind-the-scenes moves. The dispute is being described as part of an alleged extortion setup. Sources claim J Prince has been making moves that interfere with 50's business in the city. According to these reports, J Prince's crew has allegedly been involved in trying to disrupt 50's money flow. In response, 50 has taken the fight to Instagram, mocking J Prince publicly. He's even told him directly to show up if he wants to settle things in person. Rumors suggest 50 has evidence that could expose J Prince's entire operation. Still, J Prince's influence in Houston can't be underestimated. He is known for having a strong network of loyal supporters who are willing to stand by him. This tension between the two has stirred heavy speculation online. Many are now watching closely to see if 50 will release those alleged receipts or if the situation will escalate further.
Anyway, we extorting people. Ain't no money in that. Real nigga ain't gonna have that no way. You know, check in for what? I mean, I don't want to impose.
And this clash between 50 Cent and J Prince is shaping up to be a serious one. The tension involves accusations of intimidation and trying to control others. Their history runs deep, with 50 pushing back on J Prince's influence for years. One of the main points of friction has been 50's refusal to follow J Prince's checking-in tradition. Meanwhile, J Prince has long called himself the King of Houston. For years, their rivalry stayed at a distance. 50 held his ground in New York, while J Prince stayed dominant in Houston. They rarely crossed paths unless chance brought them together. That changed when 50 made a major move to Houston. This wasn't just a temporary stay. He shifted his entire operation there. At the time, he even tweeted that he loved New York, but now lived in Houston, promising to explain later. One reason for the move was clear: Texas has far lower taxes than New York. 50 had already spoken out about New York's high tax rates, which he said were choking his business opportunities. Lower taxes meant more room to grow his ventures. But money wasn't the only factor. He had been eyeing Houston for its thriving hip-hop scene, seeing it as a place to expand both his music and business presence. Houston's rap, trap, and street culture have built a strong influence in the entertainment world. For 50, the city offered the perfect mix of opportunities. He could network with influential artists, tap into local culture, and invest in a market with major growth potential. From his perspective, it was a move that could bring serious returns once everything was in place.
A sucker's pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like you see it and you go, oh, I'm not going because this. Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
Some people believe 50 Cent's Branson cognac business was one of the main reasons he moved to Houston. He had visited several liquor stores in the city, promoting his bottles, and likely saw a strong opportunity for growth in that market. Being based there would allow him to personally oversee sales and marketing strategies. However, J Prince reportedly didn't take the move well. He viewed it as 50 stepping into his territory, which quickly caused tension between them. According to talk in the streets, J Prince allegedly tried to pressure 50 into following the check-in practice, where newcomers pay respect and sometimes money to local figures. Sources claim J Prince's crew was sent to apply that pressure, but 50 made it clear he wasn't going along with it. He stated that he had his own security team and didn't need anyone else's protection. This public stance only fueled the disagreement further. As both sides stood firm on their positions, there were also rumors that J Prince attempted to place a no-fly zone on 50 Cent, which would limit his ability to move freely in Houston. If that was the case, the attempt didn't work as intended. 50 continued to make appearances, run his business operations, and promote his brand within the city. He even started creating opportunities for the local community, showing that he was not stepping back from his plans despite any tension. Around this time, 50 Cent was also preparing to invest a large amount of money, about $20 million, into a new G-Unit film studio in Houston. This project was expected to bring in jobs, partnerships, and new business opportunities for the area. But unexpectedly, he stopped the plan in Houston altogether. Instead, he relocated the entire project to Shreveport, Louisiana, leaving many people to speculate whether ongoing issues with J. Prince influenced that decision.
The city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his Unity Camp program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence. And so today we have the honor of saying to him, he's our
2022, about a year after 50 Cent moved to Houston, the city gave him a warm public welcome. Mayor Sylvester Turner presented him with the key to the city and declared an official 50 Cent Day. The announcement was made during the annual Thanksgiving Day Parade, where the mayor recognized 50 for his work both in entertainment and in the community. He described him as a rapper, artist, businessman, and philanthropist who has been using his influence to create opportunities, especially for young people, through his G-Unity program. 50 had been helping high school students develop business skills and turn their ideas into actual entrepreneurship. Mayor Turner highlighted these contributions as the reason for officially making November 24th 50 Cent Day. He also told 50 that Houston would always be a home for him. The event drew a large crowd, and the support from local residents made it clear they saw him as part of the community. 50 responded with a speech expressing his appreciation and his commitment to the city. However, while Houston was showing public recognition for 50, reports claimed J. Prince wasn't pleased. Observers noted the contrast between the city celebrating 50's contributions while J. Prince continued to be associated mainly with his long-standing reputation in the streets. Some suggested that the shift in attention toward 50 created a quiet tension in the background. The public praise 50 received positioned him as a new influential figure in Houston, potentially reshaping how power and influence were viewed in the city's entertainment scene.
We need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word, checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get.
Since moving to Houston, 50 Cent has been making significant investments in the community. Through his G-Unity Foundation, he has funded programs aimed at helping local residents and creating real opportunities. One of his major projects is the G-Unity Business Lab, designed to teach high school students in the Houston Independent School District how to develop and run their own businesses. The program offers hands-on experience, giving students practical tools to succeed. His involvement hasn't been limited to education. 50 has also built strong connections in Houston's sports and entertainment scene. His Sire Spirits brand secured partnerships with the Rockets, Astros, and Texans. In 2022, he organized the first Houston Tycoon Comedy and Music Festival and partnered with the Rockets to distribute 1,000 free turkeys to families during Thanksgiving. These efforts positioned him as a visible and active part of the city. By 2023, 50 expanded his community work further. He donated $850,000 worth of toys to a holiday drive, contributing to the citywide goal of giving 100,000 toys to children. In 2024, he helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity. At their gala, he auctioned 2 large bottles of his Le Chemin du Roi champagne, which brought in $6 million for the cause. These consistent efforts have reinforced his role as both a business figure and a community supporter. While the city has embraced 50 Cent's contributions, J. Prince's reputation in Houston has been more controversial. Critics allege that rather than focusing on building legitimate business opportunities, He has relied on influence in the music industry to maintain control. Some artists claim they've felt pressured to check in or pay for protection. When working in Houston, these accusations have fueled a long-standing conversation about how power operates in the city's entertainment circles.
Don't turn me down. What you said? Don't turn me down. What you on, folks?
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man. What you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal there? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back? What?
You ain't you flunked out. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb. What you got? $20 out of car?
Nah, nigga. You know what we got, nigga. Stop that cap.
Man, crazy.
J. Prince has long referred to himself as the King of Houston, presenting his role as someone who keeps visiting artists safe from robberies or trouble in the city. On the surface, it sounds like a respectable position to hold, especially in an industry where security is a real concern. However, critics argue that this image hides something less admirable. They claim the so-called check-in routine is more about maintaining control than community protection. In practice, it allegedly means that any artist coming to Houston is expected to meet with J. Prince and pay their respects. The issue, according to those claims, is that this greeting often comes with an unspoken price tag. Rumors suggest that artists are expected to hand over a significant amount of money in exchange for protection if something valuable, like jewelry or other possessions, gets stolen. Paying this fee supposedly ensures it can be returned. Refusing to participate isn't seen as an option. In fact, some say that when artists believe their own security is enough, that's when the pressure starts to build. NBA YoungBoy's time in Houston is often brought up as an example of how these situations allegedly play out. Reports say that while he was in the city for business, two individuals broke into his property. They took chains, cash, and even keys to his luxury cars. The thieves then contacted him, demanding $30,000 for the return of the stolen items. YoungBoy, however, refused to pay and publicly criticized them, describing their actions as immature and reckless. What happened next drew even more attention. J. Prince inserted himself into the situation by posting a video on Instagram, directly tagging YoungBoy. In the clip, he said the stolen goods had been delivered to him. Then, in a move that raised eyebrows, he told YoungBoy to reach out to him personally if he wanted to recover his property. For many observers, this fueled ongoing conversations about whether J. Prince's protection role is genuine security or a system built on influence and obligation.
I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, I don't respect none of that, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy. And I'm good on no keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man, you.
The incident had many people wondering how stolen property could end up in J. Prince's possession in the first place. YoungBoy didn't buy into the idea that this was an act of generosity. From his perspective, it felt staged, and he made it clear he wasn't interested in accepting what he saw as a calculated gesture. One of his first points of criticism was about how the matter was handled publicly. Instead of addressing it privately, J. Prince had chosen to post about it online for everyone to see. YoungBoy questioned the reasoning behind taking a serious matter like this to social media, especially by someone of J. Prince's age and status. In his view, if there was genuine concern or intent to help, a direct and private conversation would have been the appropriate route. By making it public, YoungBoy felt it turned the focus away from resolving the issue and toward building attention. To him, the whole thing seemed less like assistance and more like an effort to apply pressure. He also believed the situation was set up in a way that could have led to even greater demands than what the original thieves had asked for. Whether or not that was the intention, he wasn't willing to take the risk. His decision was to walk away from the offer entirely rather than entertain the possibility of further complications. And in this, YoungBoy wasn't alone. Many others have expressed similar skepticism about the check in practice and the motives behind it.
What happened? What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, You know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to...
Cameron and Mai also took aim at Jay Prince during their It Is What It Is podcast, calling out the way he continues to be involved in street-style dealings rather than using his position to guide younger people toward better decisions. They pointed to the ongoing criticism about the dice games he and his sons are said to have hosted for artists visiting Houston. Some believe those games were less about friendly competition and more about creating an environment where visitors could be taken advantage of under the guise of gambling. Jay Prince's name has also been brought up repeatedly in conversations about the death of rapper Takeoff, which took place at one of these well-known dice games. The official account states that an argument broke out, weapons were drawn, and gunfire followed, with a stray bullet hitting Takeoff and ending his life. However, other versions of events claim that tensions began before the game even started. According to these claims, Jay Prince was unhappy that Takeoff and Quavo had not shown the level of respect he expected when arriving in Houston. The allegation is that he instructed members of his group to confront Takeoff as a warning, but things escalated in a way no one anticipated. When asked about the situation, Jay Prince has often responded defensively or redirected the conversation, which only fuels further speculation. The skepticism grows when people recall that Takeoff is not the only person to have lost their life after attending one of these gatherings. Duke the Jeweler's case is another example that continues to be discussed. After winning $100,000 at a game, he was reportedly followed, robbed, and fatally shot before reaching his car. Many now see these incidents as part of a troubling pattern linked to the same circles. This backdrop makes the contrast between 50 Cent's community-driven approach and Jay Prince's alleged street-influence dealings even more apparent. While 50 has focused on building his presence in Houston through business and charity, rumors have emerged suggesting that Jay Prince has been looking for ways to limit 50's influence and eventually force him out of the city. Sources claim he had been preparing to act before 50 became entangled in a public dispute with Big Meech. Given Jay Prince's long-standing connection to Big Meech, there are reports that he sent associates to deliver a warning to 50 about getting too involved rather than step back. 50 is said to have taken the opposite approach, moving forward with plans to publicly expose what he believes to be Jay Prince's methods of controlling the Houston music scene. According to those close to the situation, 50 views this as an opportunity not only to protect his own interests but also to challenge what he sees as harmful influence over the city's artists. Whether this will escalate into a larger conflict or be resolved through strategy remains to be seen, but both sides appear prepared for a long standoff. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. Stay tuned for all the latest updates and deep dives you won't want to miss.